Okay, I'm Grant, and I'm teaming with Nathaniel Bantz and Brandon Spiller, and our game is Hop Dog. The main focuses and goals we had going in is that we wanted to kind of base ours off of a game that already existed, so that we could focus on the technical aspects, which in our case ended up being the collision and kind of movement of the game. So for us, we decided to copy or base ours off of Jump King, which is a platformer and fighting range game that came out, I want to say, in either 2020 or 2021. And this let us kind of, since we knew the game was already fun, we could focus on the technical aspects of fully designing the collision from the ground up with no outside sources and other aspects like that.
So our collision, which is the main complexity of our design here, has two main principles. The first is we are actually, we on the model side of things, actually make all of our collision boxes larger than the view side of things, which lets us represent our player not as a box, but as a single pixel. This lets us actually make use of what we call the zoop mechanic, where basically what we do is when we detect we're colliding with an object here, we just backtrack until we're no longer colliding with that object, and then we see, okay, what wall of this object are we closest to? If we're, in this case, we'd be closest to a top wall, and so we apply a top wall collision, which would be inverting the y-axis velocity, and if we were closest to a horizontal wall here, it would be inverting the x-axis velocity. So this is like the main focus of our thing. We have a whole bunch of different collisions there, as well as also the top collisions and the diagonals. Those are a little bit more complex, but they kind of let us control every little aspect of it because each of them behave differently.
Generally, this whole project, as you could kind of see here, is done in the MVC format. So with our model containing all of the collision boxes and actual sprites that are interacting with each other, this is like the character and everything along those lines. The view itself contained all the the main display and put up all of the different images that represented those boxes in the formats that they were actually supposed to be shown, as well as any text that appeared on screen. The start screen was in that, and all of that. And then we had our controller, which took all the inputs from the keyboard, and depending on what you were pressing there, would send those to the player, which would then update everything from that point on. So to kind of show our game, we're gonna show it against the actual game to show kind of our focus on adapting it to the original.
So first off, we're gonna do a vertical jump here to show that our accelerations and jump velocities are the same. Then we can do a horizontal jump here. Then another one in the other direction here.
And we recreated a small portion of the original game's map as well.
So you can see here as well that we have some of the level design here.
Yeah. One of the biggest aspects of this game is the fact that once you've left the ground, you have no control over the game. So what this means is once you're gone, you're kind of fucked. You can watch yourself fall all the way to the ground. There's nothing left for you to do.
This is part of the Foddy and Rage game aspect where you're able to lose as much progress as is basically possible to lose. You can kind of just lose all your progress in one go.
Yeah, and it's all in one straight thing. For our game at least, I think the original had them. We have no saves, so either you get to the top or you don't.
On top of that, we also have a couple other things. So we cut our level off at around 7 different screens here, whereas the full game actually goes a lot farther. This is a time constraint, and it's actually something that, if we had more time, we would have liked to implement the whole thing. Then we also do have a different end screen as well, which you'll have to find on your own, I guess.
Yeah. The main reason we ended up going to the 7th level, which is what we got to, is because that was the first level that the main game actually implemented the diagonals, which is one of the key parts of the collision that we wanted to design. So with that, we ended up going to that point, and then having that be our final endpoint, as we didn't have time for anything past that point.
Sweet. Awesome. Good.